That's my news for you. I just got her.
Was it a theater when you got it?
It was a theater, air quotes, a theater that never bothered to finish closing out their permits and changing their zoning.
Now you've gotten some good press. I think I've read about you in the Star Tribune and City Pages and other things like that.
Yeah, we have. We definitely have. Cole Porter, we just were honored to do a Cole Porter revival of an unknown review of his.
I know a director who does those.
Yeah, it was the very first time it's ever been seen outside of Paris.
Wow.
And so that was a really cool thing. It was technically a world premiere since it was lost. So it was lost in 1928 and it was rediscovered in 2012 and this was the first time it's been fully staged. So that was a pretty big honor to get to do that. That landed us on actually Broadway World. All right, Fancy Pants. We should probably take them on the tour.
Sounds good.
Look good. Take you on a little tour of the facilities. So the first stop is our actual stage itself. So the neat thing about Minnsky Theater is it's a completely modular space. It's set up a little bit of a hybrid between a proscenium and a black box. So our actual stage itself is a touring stage. This is our tall deck. We also have a lower deck that can be connected to the front of it, and you can use the lower deck by itself, the upper deck by itself, no decks, or both decks. We also have lots and lots of different fixtures that are on wheels, so the space itself can be put together however best suits your production and your needs. We also have a beautiful Austrian curtain that can come down to make the space more intimate, so that's kind of a neat space as well. The seating is also changeable. We have cabaret seating and traditional theater seating available. And as you can see, it's a Rick Stadium kind of setting. And we have a very large flat play space, so it's perfect for dance, ballet, and any sort of intimate comedy series if you want to be able to walk up close to your audience. So that's the stage itself. We also have a lot of LED lighting here at Minnsky Theater, so you can do a lot of color. Our scrim can absorb color, and we can also play video on our scrims. So the space is really neat.
Wow.
Yeah, for being able to do lots and lots of different types of performance.
So you're doing Labyrinth tomorrow. Yes. Explain that. So you'll show the movie.
Yeah, so we'll show the movie on the big screen, and then we'll be doing what's called a shadow cast. So we will actually be performing the movie for you on the flat play space while the movie plays behind us. You'll also have what's called a shadow guide, so you'll get to call things out, and you'll have some fun little props to play with. It's sort of like Rocky Horror Picture Show, but we do it with other cult classics like Princess Bride, Labyrinth, and Spaceballs.
Cool.
So it's a lot of fun. All right, let's check out Backstage. So this is our first backstage space. We have a lot of room here at Minnsky Theater. Minnsky Theater was designed by performers for performers, so we actually have enough space to get ready back here. As you can see, we're getting ready for a show tonight, so we have a lot of our costumes out. And we have tons and tons of room in the dressing room for different makeup tables. We also have a closed circuit monitor system so performers can see what's going on stage, make sure we don't miss any of those cues for all of our fancy pants performing and dancing that we do. We're also lucky enough to have a genie here at Minnsky Theater, so it makes all of our rigging easy, and we're one of the few spaces that is permanently rigged and set up for circus. So we have over 40 different points that you can rig from, along with all of our straps. We also have a fire permit that allows fire performance at any time here at Minnsky Theater as well. So it's a really unique space and can serve a lot of needs that a lot of other places don't have. So this is our first backstage. We're heading to the midnight room. We're actually in the space between two other buildings. This is the outer wall of the Alamo building, which is a historic monument here in the Northeast Arts District. And this building was actually created in the alleyway between this building and its neighbor. So we're in the newest part of a historic landmark. And this is our midnight room. You can come on in here. So this is our second backstage. This is one of our amazing administrators, Red Ryder. She is also our head pole instructor and the captain of the expertisers. So this is the second backstage, also a closed circuit monitor. This is our very first training space on the tour here. So this is the pole studio. This is where all of our pole performers train and learn and practice in order to make our amazing circus shows for you. This is also where Expertise Fitness has its actual pole classes. So you can come and learn how to do all this really fun stuff as well. As you can see, we also have a very large costume collection, and this is mostly the expertisers matching costumes. But we actually have an even larger storage space, which is where we're going to head next. So this is one set of our costumes, all the matching items, and the dance troupe stuff.
Who makes the costumes?
So we actually, for the most part, we've picked up costumes from other productions when they get done with them because, again, Minnsky Theater is a little bit unique in that we have a lot of storage space. So we decided to go the storage space route versus the making things and getting rid of it route, which is what a lot of theaters do, which is understandable because storage is expensive. But we've sort of gained a reputation as the ones with storage space. So productions, the Minnesota Opera, other dance companies, the Minnesota Jewish Center, like they will call us when they're done with the production, and if they don't want to keep the stuff or store it, they'll ask us first before they throw it away. And oftentimes we will be able to pick up things for pennies on the dollar or even free. And here we are at the Expertise Fitness main studio area. It's also Sparkle Shop Studios. It's also home to Luminous Beauty. So we'll show you what we're talking about here. It's a shared artistic space. So you already saw one of our training spaces, which was the Midnight Room, where all of the pole, where the pole program happens. But this is the rest of our training spaces. So this is our Phoenix studio, where we teach all of the aerial. And right now you can see that Lyra and Silks and Hammock are rigged up. So this is where we teach all of our classes here at Expertise Fitness. So it's really easy to take classes here at Expertise Fitness. You just come to the front desk. We usually have a front desk worker who can help you sign in, but you just sign in here and you can take all different types of classes that we offer here in circus and dance-based disciplines. So as you can see, we have this really unique, fun space where our training facility bleeds right into our storage and our shop. So people get inspired when they come in here. This is all of our set pieces, props, costumes, and equipment for us to do the type of work that we do. And the really neat thing about Expertise Fitness is that everything is movable. So if you need to open up the space, you can simply move the walls right out of the way. And also the mirrors are also on wheels. So if you need to change the angle or the style of the space,
Shut up.
holy crap. And it opens it up into an even bigger space. So normally this is divided off, but occasionally we will open it up for our larger circus classes. So it's a really fun way to experience dance and circus, but also it's a unique space for all different types of training needs for theater companies and for dance companies and circus companies that we work with. So we're not quite done yet, but we're almost there.
So you say circus companies. You're talking about when the circus comes to town, they come to you, you provide them with a whole bunch of stuff and training area. And
yeah, so if we have people that are in town that want to work out and just get on a silk or a rope, especially if they're on a touring company, they can contact expertisefitness.com, so expertisefitness@gmail.com, and we would be happy to facilitate daytime rentals and space for people to be able to train, stay warm, especially while they're in town doing a show.
God, yeah.
So we're taking you into technically the Sparkle Shop part of the area. So here are some of our storage. This is all of our vintage furniture that we utilize during the shows. This is where Luminous Beauty does her work. She is a award-winning makeup artist, voted the best by The Knot 3 years running. And she does all different types of pinup and wedding services here. So she rents a little space from us. And this is where her brides get ready. And so her brides get to come in and be in this hyper creative space, and they absolutely love it. And this is where she does all of her Minneapolis clientele when she's not on the road. So it's a really, really unique thing to have a makeup artist right here with us. And we do also rent out the space for photo shoots because we have all of these amazing props and costumes. So if you want to do some pinup stuff, you can definitely contact us as well. Here are all of our costumes. So we have hundreds and hundreds of costumes here at Minnsky Theater. They are all organized into different genres and needs. Mostly we focus on vintage, nerd stuff, and then matching sets of sexy things. So if you are a dance company and you're looking for especially adult costumes, so adult sizes, you could definitely contact us. We do rent out. Last part is the actual shop space. So we're coming back into the actual shop part of Sparkle Shop. Again, these are some of our bigger pieces, like our Mr. Yuck, barrel. If you need a Batmobile, we've got you covered. And we have a lot of really fun pieces, again, all on wheels, all modular. This is where we actually build our props and our sets here at Sparkle Shop Studios. So that's a little bit behind the scenes of Minnsky Theater. We hope to see you guys in either as a rental or a production, or talk to us if you want to rent us, because man, we got a lot of stuff around here. So come and check it out, Minnsky.com.
Okay, so this is the Minnsky Theater Tech booth. Here you see our lovely light board. Everything that happens out on that gorgeous, gorgeous stage is controlled here for the lights. Right now, I have a queue up, but I can bring up any variety of different lights as I keep bringing up different sliders, all that fun stuff. But this is kind of where the lighting magic happens. And then off to the left-hand side over here, we have our beautiful lightly used soundboard. Here we can play all the sound from our computer. We have a variety of different mics, and as you can see up here, we can patch in additional mics that any of our renters want to bring. So we've had, for instance, last night we had Jack Skelton, and so there are 4 different headset mics that they brought in. Patched them in here, and they sounded gorgeous in our space.
So are people wired? Is it wireless mics? Is that what you use? Or do you use a little combination of things? Or
we use a combination of things. The ones that we have are our handhelds. We have our Sen and our Shoe, both of which are controlled from one of these sliders. Most of our MCs and our singers that we have, we utilize these. We do have a wireless headset option as well.
Wow.
This one we use a little bit less frequently, just because sometimes the quality can be a little off.
But if you're up there doing your thing, you can't have a mic in your hands.
Correct.
Okay.
So yes, we have used the headsets, and I think with the new board, it is now nice crisp sound.
Yeah, right.
But let's see, on top of that, this is also where we control any projections that we have. So with our upcoming show, The Labyrinth, here is where that particular magic happens. We pop in the video here, we turn on our projector backstage, and then when we play the movie here, it'll show up on that nice big screen. It's a lot of fun. It's ridiculous, and just to take something that, from a movie, you have all these crazy characters, and then to put that on stage and try to mimic and imitate what's happening is a lot of fun. Plus, you get to interact with the cast. You get a little sheet, and you get like a little bag of all these goodies and stuff. At one point, you get to take out paper rocks and throw them at the goblin and stuff. It's really fun.
Now you are adept at this. Where did you learn your craft?
University of Minnesota / Simpson College down in Indianola, Iowa, is where I became familiar. Also, actually, a lot of it was also in high school as well, so
Something you knew you always wanted to do.
yeah, pretty well. It's funny story is I actually didn't know I wanted to do theater until my options were go into chorus or take a theater class, and I was just like, I hate singing. I guess I'm gonna do theater. And I fell in love. I think it was 5th grade. 5th grade was when I became a stage manager, and then inadvertently became one of the lead actors, because one of the lead actors had to drop out like 2 days before the show, and I was the only one who knew all the lines. And just really never looked back. Wanted to get a hand in everything, from performing, stage managing, doing sound, doing lights. I've done some tertiary prop building. My degree is actually in set building. And then a little bit of costume. As Jack mentioned, I did start in the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra, which is a nonprofit out in St. Paul. And then from there, it didn't quite work out for me. I ended up becoming an independent contractor for a while, and worked for Best Buy, ended up over with Health Partners, and then a subdivision of Health Partners, which is Optum. And Optum was where I was kind of just like, after doing this for years and years, I realized I'm not a 9-to-5 Monday through Friday type of person. I need structure, but I also really need flexibility and creativity. And this is the place for that. And I thankfully had a fantastic best friend with such a massive creative vision who allowed me to share in that dream and that vision. The corporate world allows for creativity, but within their specific box.
Within
of
their box.
creativity. If you try to step outside of that, even if you're doing something completely innovative, completely new, and it's working, if it's not within that box, just you get squashed a little bit.
It's like tough.
Yeah. So, but here,
thanks.
I get to do what I want and have fun with it.
This really is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you can do it your way first, and then you can do it my way. And then we'll just see which is better.